Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On. Facing off there for a minute. Good morning. Welcome back. This is the most professional, on-time, non-clickbait sports show on the internet. I was actually early today. Started the show early. How about that? Whew, it's a Monday. It's a Monday of the slowest sports week of the year. Yeah. But don't you worry, I'm going to get you through this slow sports week, at least for today and tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're on your own. I might go live from a phone or something while I'm in Vegas, winning hundreds of thousands at the tables. You know. Why is May already hanging his head? Why does the patch coach wear a sweater vest? These are the questions. Yes. Here's what we got on the menu today. We're gonna talk a little home run derby because that's all we got today, and then it's the All-Star break, and then it's the ESPYs on Wednesday. I don't know. I have no interest in tuning in. I obviously will be busy down in Vegas, and I'm not going to spend my time tuning into the ESPYs, but maybe some of you guys will be. But we'll be looking at the odds for the home run derby today. We have the MLB draft was yesterday. We had some shocking picks up at the top of the draft. Interesting story there we'll talk about. Then we have my New England Patriots to preview and look at from Warren Sharp's 2025 preview. We'll dive into all the stats, trends, and see why I'm nervous about all the money coming in on my Patriots to get over 7.5 wins this year. I'm thinking about going under on them. It just feels too good to be true. Too good to be true. That plus whatever else comes up along the way. Like I said, slow sports week. Slow week. First story time. So yesterday morning after the show, hanging out with the kids, getting ready to, make them breakfast and whatnot. I don't know what it was, but the date just hit me. July 13th. Like, July 13th. Now, I, as a pharmacist, I'm pretty aware of dates, especially since, like, when I'm at work, I write down the date. I don't know how many different times each day. Saturday was July 12th. I worked Saturday. It was July 12th. I wrote down July 12th multiple times. And it did nothing registered. I was looking at, we have this trip coming up this week. And then when we get back, it's my son's 5-year-old birthday or his 5th birthday. I don't know why I keep saying 5-year-old. Maybe because I don't like saying 5th with my teeth. Evaldi making the system pay off again. But yeah, so I was not, it wasn't registering with me why July 12th was a day that I should pay attention to. But on July 13th, I remembered what July 12th was. It was mine and my wife's anniversary, and neither of us remembered. Sporty says on time, unexpected. I was a minute early. How about that? Grasscase says my wedding anniversary was yesterday. Hey, well, congratulations. Mine was the day before that, and my wife and I both didn't realize it. We were so busy that we did not realize it was our wedding anniversary, which was kind of funny because that's the first time that's ever happened. Now I blame my tooth. Right, that was a very traumatic life experience. I'm kidding. But no, I've never not remembered an anniversary, and it was kind of. I wouldn't have worked. I would have looked at my schedule and said, "Hey, no, I can't work that day." But I think so many things going on, especially with this trip coming up. It's mine and my wife's first time. Both of us are going to be away from all the kiddos. I'm going to be perfectly fine. She's going to be a nervous wreck. But yeah, first time we're going to do that. So this will be like we already had plans. Our birthdays are 6 days apart, and they're next month. And we were like, let's just do something big while we're in Vegas instead of doing anything for our birthdays next month. So we're gonna throw in the anniversary in there too. We're gonna throw in anniversary. We're gonna get our Derek Lewis on. We're gonna get our Derek Lewis on in there. You know what I mean? And our Shannon Sharp. Oh yeah, to make up for me. I just can't believe both of us. And then I thought about not saying anything. But then if she eventually figures it out, then I feel like I would have been in more trouble. What's up, Ahmed Ro? How are you doing? Doing good. Doing good this Monday morning. I hope you're doing well too. Hope you're doing well too. I need to clip out that Derek Lewis part. I meant to do that yesterday. I forgot. I'll do it today. That way we have the Darius Lewis clip. But yeah, forgot our anniversary, and I can't believe we both forgot. A lot going on when you got 4 little kids, you know what I mean? And a teenager. 4 little kids and a teenager. Well, let's say hello to everyone that's here. Grass Guy's in the house. What up? Mott's here. Patriots here. How we doing? How we doing? Jamie's in the house. Supporting's here. Eric John Pizza Artist is here. What up, buddy? Enjoyed your stream last night. And yeah, of course. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad you reached your goal. Now that you got to eat. Did you eat the mushrooms yesterday, or are you doing it on a separate stream? I couldn't stick around for too long, so I missed that part. But that's funny. When you forgot your wedding anniversary, that's a disaster. When you both forget your anniversary, that's a disaster averted. Yes, that's a good point. That's a good point. Every day is an anniversary, you know? Every day is an anniversary. We don't need one special day. That's how we look at it. What up, No Skin? How we doing? How we doing? Pages, today is my ex-mother-in-law's birthday. See, you remember that, and I can't remember my wedding anniversary. Keep it in your pants. Thank you, No Skin. Ms. Leslie's here. Good morning. I hear my phone buzzing. I bet you I know what that is. That is, oh my goodness, that is Patriot, Grass Guy, Ms. Leslie, and Jamie all reposting this stream. Smash the like button and hit the repost out there. Let's do it. I ate 3 mushrooms covered in mayonnaise. Were they the whole mushrooms or were they mushroom slices? Oh, baby. Were they the little whole mushrooms or were they sliced up? That is gross. You did it on stream. I'm proud of you, though. That is a great little bit to do. That is a great little bit. That is awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. What was I looking at? What was I looking for? I don't know. Anyways, general gaming question: when you bet 1%, is it 1% of what you started with that day, or 1% of the bankroll you started with? You just kind of set what your bankroll is, no matter where your bankroll fluctuates. Some people you can fluctuate, like if you start off with $500 and you had a bad weekend and you have 450, now you do 1% of the 450. I do 1% of what my bankroll is. So if I have $1,000, if my bankroll is $1,000, I'll do 1% of that, which would be $10, even if I go up or down. And if I go up, eventually you get to a point where it's like, hey, I now have 1,500. Maybe I want to change my 1% to my bankroll. My standard is going to be that, or usually I just withdraw money and go back down to my normal amount. It's up to everyone's different. Slices. I'm not insane. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. You may be a little insane. Yes, a little insane. I was trying to think of ideas yesterday for our stream. I can't wait for that, by the way. If you have the Sunday before the NFL season, I don't know what day that is. Let me look. If that's available, if not, if the first Sunday, although I don't know, the first Sunday of the NFL is going to be kind of hard because I'll be watching Sunday Night Football, but I'll be tuned in as well. But what is it? August 31st. If that Sunday's available, that'd be awesome. That's a Sunday before the NFL. I don't know if it's too complicated, but it'd be kind of cool to get. I was telling my wife, I'm like, oh, I should have him do me with my tooth missing, and then like game on. But then I thought about it. If you could do, it might be too hard. I don't know how you do it. Might just do logo. I don't know. But Tom Brady wearing my game on logo with the Rumble sign for the O right there. Tom Brady wearing a game on shirt. That'd be cool. Sunday before could be great. Let's go. I don't know. I gotta think of what we want it to be. The Pudge one's really cool. Let me pull that up. The one you did last night, that is freaking sweet. For those of you who don't follow Eric John Pizza Artist, you need to go over there and give him a follow. He made that last night. It was a fun time. Fun. That is a pizza, ladies and gentlemen. That is a pizza. What do you use for the blue? Is that like a blue? Is that like a blue cheese? Dyed cheese? Yeah, we got time. I gotta think of something. I'll think of something funny. Could do a football with a game on it. That'd be cool. Spirulina powder mixed with grated cheese. I have no idea what that is. Let's look it up. Spirulina powder. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool. That's smart. Look at that pizza. Sporting says, shout out to Robert on Sports. Had a plus 1,100 futures ticket on Chelsea to win. Oh, baby. That explains why Robert was there. Did you guys see Robert went there? He probably had his whole trip paid for with that ticket in hand. Yes, Patriots, right. Never bet more than 5% of your bankroll. Yeah, you rarely, you never want to go more than 5%. It's hard to do sometimes. And unit size can vary as bankroll grows or degrades. It's all your personal preference. All your personal preference. Okay. But yeah, go check out Eric John Pizza Artist, man. That was fun. That was cool. Whoa. Oh, hey, there we are. What up? What up? I guess we can get to this story. Scott Seidenberg was talking about this. He says, I guess that's what happened when you fire your general manager a week before the draft. He's talking about the Nationals. You take a guy number 1 overall that no one had going that high in the MLB draft. I feel like, though, the work has been done. You don't just like the general manager has already done all the work on who they want to take. Don't just all of a sudden say, "Oh, no, we got a new guy here. Let's start figuring out who we should." No, he's already got that figured out. 2 picks into the MLB draft, and neither player was on the board, which is insane. Matt Holliday was drafted with the 210th overall pick back in the day. He now has 2 sons that have been drafted with the 1st overall pick and the 4th overall pick. How cool is that? How cool is that? But the National surprise at the top of the MLB draft with shortstop. I can't talk with this tooth. Shortstop Eli Willits. That's pretty cool. Let's see. MLB draft started with 2 stunners. The Washington Nationals taking high school shortstop Ethan Willits with the number 1 pick, and the Los Angeles Angels selecting UC Santa Barbara starting pitcher Tyler Bremner. The Nationals have been widely expected to take either Ethan Holliday, another high school infielder, or LSU left-hander Cade Anderson, but went with Willits because they consider him the best hitter in the draft and the best fielder in the draft, said interim general manager Mike DeBartolo. Here's the thing: no one knows anything. All right, these guys aren't even going to see the field. If they ever see the field, it's not going to be for years from now. You know. Ooh, B McCormick series says Cruz to hit the longest ball tonight plus 145. We'll go take a look at some of those odds in a little bit. After the Angels choose Bremner, a 6'2" hander with a plus changeup, it cleared the way for the Seattle Mariners to jump on Anderson, widely considered the best pitcher in the draft, with the number 3 pick. The Mariners getting another stud pitcher. They just keep growing these pitchers, man. They just keep growing these pitchers. The Colorado Rockies followed it up by taking Holiday, the son of one of the best players in their franchise history. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So Matt Holiday here was drafted by the Rockies, and now one of his sons was drafted by the Rockies. I think he played 6 seasons there. That is pretty cool. Good genes in that family, huh? Both his sons got drafted into the league. Crazy. The home run derby has lost its charm for me. Too many changes every year. Yeah, I can't. I used to, as a kid, be so excited. Then again, it was like that was back when you had Griffey, Mark McGuire, Sosa, Gary Sheffield, and it was simple. And now it's very gimmicky. But is what it is. I won't watch it. I probably won't watch it. Willits, who doesn't turn 18 until December 9th, led Fort Cobb Broxton High School in Oklahoma to its 3rd straight title this past season, and had previously committed to Oklahoma. At 17 years old and 216 days, he's the youngest player taken number 1 since the Mariners took Ken Griffey Jr. in '87. Wow. This guy, they must really like this guy. Let's see. Anderson was named the most outstanding players in this year's College World Series. Oh, I remember this dude. I remember this posting a 0.56 ERA while leading the Tigers to their 2nd championship in 3 years. Okay, maybe we will see him. Look at that. That is a cool photo of the guy they drafted. Him as a little kid out there when his dad was playing for the Rockies. Hope he's a good hitter. Because you got that altitude. You can get some dingers out there, That's pretty cool though. I'm not gonna pretend to know anything about this draft other than what's written in these articles though. I didn't even know the MLB draft was yesterday. Just got the update on my phone. I was like, oh, I need more coffee. But that's cool. I like it when things shake up in a draft. The unexpected. Home run derby's almost as lame as the slam dunk contest. Yeah. I feel like we've kind of reached the peak on both of those. It's like, what more can you do? Baseball's trying to just change the rules and whatnot. Let's see. Oh, I was talking about this. So the rumors out there are that there's 4 teams that's reached out Rich Paul about trading for LeBron. The rumors are it's the Mavericks, Warriors, Cavs, and Clippers. See, I don't know how they make this happen. But one of the ways they can make it happen is the Mavs could trade AD back to LA for LeBron. And if that happens, the Lakers GM, what is the name? Rob Pelinka? Needs to go immediately inducted into the Hall of Fame. Because essentially you would have just traded Luka for LeBron. It's not going to happen, but that is hilarious. That would be hilarious. And you can't put anything. You can't say, "Well, that's just ridiculous thing to say." No one thought Luka would be drafted or not drafted, traded. No one thought Luka would be traded. So you can't say anything is outlandish or ridiculous anymore because anything's possible. I don't think it's going to happen, but if it did, that would be hilarious. The Warriors make sense. They could give pieces to LeBron. LeBron could go play with his buddies, and they could give some good role players to the Lakers who need to fill a need. The Cavs don't make much sense to me because I don't think the Cavs are going to blow up that team that they have. They have the best they could offer the best package, but it doesn't seem like the Cavs organization wants to. Rumor has it is if LeBron ends up in a buyout with the Lakers, then the Cavs would be interested. But why would the Lakers buy out LeBron? You know, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I think the interesting one that would make some sense is the Clippers. You've got a team in LA, so he doesn't play. You know, he doesn't have to move. LeBron can run on the revenge narrative, although he will act like it's not a revenge narrative. But he could run on the revenge narrative all season. They've got a team that could win now. The Lakers are missing a center. They're pretty weak at center. Clippers could offer one of their centers up. It could happen. Or the Clippers could just move off from James Harden. That would be interesting. But we'll see what happens. Highly unlikely. It's seeming more and more unlikely that LeBron's going to end up being a Laker next season. Talked about it a little bit on Sports Wars. You should go check that out. I was with the boys yesterday. It was a fun stream. Always a good time hanging out with the boys at Sports Wars. Let's see. Oh, I was looking at this. The Harbaugh brothers hanging out with the president yesterday. I think we need to make a ticket now. LA Chargers versus the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC Championship. You've seen what happens when these teams go and visit the president. The Red Sox are on like a 10-game winning streak since seeing him. Heading into the All-Star break, 10 or 11-game winning streak. At least until yesterday. I don't remember how the games played out yesterday. We'll review that. No games to preview today. But I'm just saying. Might be a conspiracy. Oh, this never gets old. This never gets old. I love this is about the time of year this clip always resurfaces. This was back in the day, but they did this boy dirty.
Well, Texas Tech has shown a little bit of everything.
That's funny. We could play this.
Derek, back in the win column.
I need to clip this out.
Record for most knockouts in UFC history. What do you want next, my friend?
We got to pause it because the UFC will hit me. We're on YouTube today. We're on all the channels: Rumble, YouTube, X, Kick, Twitch. Although I don't know why I stream to Twitch. How's streaming going? It's going great. It's going great. It really is. Over on Rumble, we have been crushing it. Not just numbers wise this month, but we have, let me see. I am really tired today. We're about to get to 9,000 followers. Shout out to you guys. We have, over the last 28 days, 606 new followers. But over the last 7 days, 355 new followers. How about that? That is good stuff. We might get to 10,000 before football season. That would be awesome. And that's all thanks to you guys liking, sharing, reposting. You know what I mean?
Friend.
I've been gone for 2 weeks, so I want my wife next.
Look at that smirk. Look how sweaty this dude is. The fight lasted 35 seconds.
It's gonna be a lot of ground and pounding. Ground and pounding. She know what it is.
Look at that look on her face. Oh, I love Derek Lewis. Love Derek Lewis. Let's see what happened in baseball yesterday. Somebody at the at Rumble must like the Pats gay. I don't know what it is, man. Yes, that's right. Ground and pound. Ground and pound. No, Rumble's been great. Rumble has been great. Hopefully I'd be super happy if we got to 10,000 before football. Just to get to 10,000 would be crazy. But if we do it before football season, that'd be awesome. Uh-oh. Mommy milkers.
You got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing? Well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away?
Bombs away indeed. Let's look at what happened before we get into the All-Star stuff. Last day before the All-Star break, games resume, I believe, on Friday. Teams get a little time off. Some teams much needed rest. But the Cubbies defeat the Yankees 4-1. Cubbies are on a little streak right now. The Fish, I would have lost either way in Survivor. The Fish defeat the Orioles 11-1. Red Sox 4-1 victory over the Rays. They have now won 10 in a row. This is their longest win streak since 2018. That's after they went and visited the president. Reds defeat the Rockies 4-2. Mariners sweep the Tigers 8-4. Or they beat the Tigers 8-4. Get the sweep. Of course, I picked the Tigers in Survivor. I'm an idiot. Rumble would be great if they had a Rumble sports shirt. Till then, it's just meh. I think we're gonna make a little Rumble community with or a Rumble sports community with the sports creators, kind of like how the Rumble gaming community does. I think I'm gonna head that and start working on that when I get back from Vegas. Everyone says like enjoy your vacation. Is it a vacation? I mean, it's gonna be fun. First time wife and I get to hang out without the kids. We've gone to a couple dinners and stuff, but not spent any time away from them together. But I am there for work. I gotta go hang out with a bunch of pharmacy nerds. Go and listen to how the tariffs are gonna impact the drugs pricings and the drug chain supply and all that fun stuff. That's one big topic. There's a couple big topics I gotta go and listen to. No kids, it's a vacation enjoy. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's a work vacation. It's Vegas. I'm excited. Although it's gonna be hot as hell. I think Tuesday when we get there, it's 109. Good thing there's AC. Good thing there's AC. Guardians 6-5 victory over the White Sox. Royals defeat the Mets 3-2. Pirates defeat the Twins 2-1. Patriots Rangers get it done over the Astros 5-1 victory there. Evaldi. Money on the floor, baby. Brewers 8-1 victory over the Nationals. Cardinals defeat the Braves 5-4. Don't look now. But the Dodgers getting it together in extra innings, 5-2 victory over the Giants. That's 2 in a row after they lost 7 straight. Dodgers getting back on track before we hit the All-Star break. Hide the cocaine in value. Not that kind of weekend, Patriot. A's defeat the Blue Jays 6-3. Diamondbacks defeat the Angels 5-1, and the Phillies last night defeat the Padres 2-1. No Sunday night football system fader. None of that. No games today, just the home run derby. Your favorite league that the winner is going to come from is the American League. They're minus 140, National League, even money. Your odds on these guys are you got your favorite Cal Riley at plus 300. O'Neal Cruz plus 325. James Wood plus 400. Brian Buxton plus 800. Junior Caminero. I haven't heard of some of these guys. I don't even know who he plays for. Plus 850. Matt Olson's in it. Oh, yeah, he subs. It was supposed to be Acuna, but Matt Olson decided to sub in for him. I don't know why Acuna ended up missing or pulling out. But Matt Olson's plus 900. Brent Rooker, doesn't he play for the A's? Plus 1,000. And Jazz Chisholm Jr. plus 1,400. I don't want to take Matt Olson 9-1. It's in Atlanta, I believe. You're going to have the crowd with him. Correction, it's Booger Sugar. Booger Sugar. That's right. That's right. Caminero plays for the Rays. Well, oh, okay. I should have known. The Rays always have those Cubans on their team down there in Florida. I should have known. You can bet the distance of the longest home run for each guy. Cal Riley's is 454. Brian Buxton's 460. Ooh, James Wood is 464. That looks to be the longest so far. Yeah. No, O'Neal Cruz, 471. Damn, that guy can smack it. You can bet on highest exit velocity recorded. You can bet on everything. You can bet on the exact results. Your favorite matchup, the two people to make the finals, is Cal Riley winning over O'Neal Cruz. Matt Olson over Cal Riley's 25-1. That is crazy. That is crazy. You can bet who's going to have the least home runs hit in round one. You bet on who's going to hit the longest home run in the Derby. B. McCormick liked, who was it earlier? You said Cruz. Plus 150 on here. He is your favorite to have the longest. The longest home run hit in the Derby, 479.5. And that's favored to go over. Damn. Boys are going to be smacking the ball tonight. You can bet on who's going to hit the most home runs in round one. You can bet on the exact matchup for the finalists. You can bet on each person how many home runs they're going to have in the first round. Cal Riley's over-under is 21.5. It doesn't stop. You can bet on who's going to advance to round two. You can get Matt Olson minus 105. I don't even know the matchups, though. Look at all that. Total swing offs. Wow. Yeah. I feel like if you're watching the Derby, you got to have some action on the game, right? Silver's taking off this morning? No way. Good. Let me see. Let's go take a look. Oh, yeah. 68 cents. It's up to $39.24 an ounce. Let's go. I bought mine back, I think during the pandemic when it was down. It was in the range between $16 and $18 is when I was loading up on mine. So let's go. Over doubled my money so far. Not selling it though. Better believe ain't selling it. That's cool though. I wonder why it's shooting up. Should we ask Grok that? Let's ask Super Grok. Why is the price of silver going up today? Now, I like this Grok 4 because it takes longer than Grok 3, but it actually pulls from websites and does a bunch of actual research on it. So it'll take this a minute. But Grok 4 is pretty interesting. I need to figure out and learn how to use it to help produce the show, all that stuff. Diamond hands. We don't sell here. That's right. But we got silver hands. As of July 14th, spot price is still trading around $39 per troy ounce. Approximately a 1 to 2% increase from the previous close. Reasons for today's price increase. Silver's rise to, can you tell that it's the slowest sports week of the year? We're talking about silver prices on a sports show. How about that? Driven by a combination of macroeconomic factors, market dynamics, and technical momentum. Here's a breakdown. Safe haven demand amid U.S. tariff threats and geopolitical uncertainty. Recent threats of tariffs by the president have boosted demand for precious metals. Silver, often seen as a more affordable alternative to gold, is benefiting from the shift. So it's a trade war hedge. Tight supply, strong industrial demand, ongoing supply constraints, including mining deficits and reduced output. Silver's trading above key moving averages, signaling bullish momentum. Thanks, Grok. Always say thank you. I always like that meme. Like, I always say thank you to my AI. So it's that meme. I was saying this is why I say thank you to my AI is when Terminator, when the machines take over, when they come after you, they'll look and be like, oh no, this guy was always polite to us. He can live. You'd rather talk about silver than poker whining. All metals are good to hold on to, even the old copper pennies. That's right. That's right. Where are we at with the World Series poker? I think we're down. Oh yeah, we're down to the final table. Meet the players at the 2025 World Series Poker main event final table. Look at these nerds. One of them's going to get $10 million. Oh, final 9 players. Each player is now guaranteed at least $1 million. That is freaking cool. That's got to make you feel good, right? Like, yeah, a lot of pressure, high stakes. You want to win this thing. But at the end of the day, your $10,000 entry, you are now going to walk away with no less than $1 million. You can play loose, not as stressed because financially you did it. You made it. This is the third largest World Series main event in history with 9,735 entries. Wow. Wow. That's cool. I just wanted to see if we finally got to the final table. We're finally there. This thing's been going on for like 9 or 10 days now. That's a lot of poker. Liberty to win USA conference in football this year. Lock it up 11-1. That's some good value there. That is some good value there for sure. For sure. Okay. So we talked home run derby. Let me see if there's any other sports news. Hey, congrats to Eric John Pizza Artist. God, he's just crushing it, man. Topped 1 million views all time on his channel. Let's freaking go. Where's it at? That is awesome. Congrats to Eric John. If you haven't already, go give him a follow. It's a great show every Sunday. Great show. I try to catch it when things aren't chaotic, but it's always chaotic at my house. It's always chaotic. 1 million views. I remember when I hit that. That was such a good feeling as a creator. Such a good feeling. What am I at now? Let me see. What are we at? Thanks to you guys. This is all you guys. We are at almost 23 million views all time. Way to go, guys. Way to go. I have 9,500 followers between my two channels, and I don't do anything for my uncensored pharmacist. That's another thing. I think Friday nights are for sure going to be Friday nights are going to be I'm going to start doing a Friday night, like it's going to be year-round Friday night stream. It will be probably, how I usually do the Wise Guy Roundtable during the NFL season. It'll be like that during the NFL, but during the non-NFL season, it'll just be a consistent this show bringing on guests every Friday night. I don't know. I'm going to call it like Friday Night Bets or something. I don't know. I got to workshop the name, but we're going to start doing that when I get back from vacation. So that'll be fun. And then the uncensored pharmacist is for sure going to be there. I'll start off with talking about this conference because I'm sure I'll have stories from this conference. Hanging out with a bunch of old nerds. I'm going to look like I'm from Idaho. I'm just going to be like, hey, yeah, pharmacist in rural Idaho. It's called St. Mary's. You ever heard of it? That was one thing when I had to get my tooth pulled and I didn't want to get the flapper. My wife's like, but you have a conference you're going to. And I'm like, I don't care. Whoa. There we go. Maybe we do some primetime games live stream for the NFL. We're going to do that over on Locals. Definitely going to be doing the witching hour on Sundays because that lines up perfectly with nap time. But on like the big games, if it's a close game going to the fourth quarter, I'm going to start firing up the Locals stream until we can get the local stream. We'll get enough supporters over there to be able to go live for an hour at a time, but I'll go live for a half hour at a time over there. So I'll wait till the fourth quarter to do it, and we'll go live and watch the fourth quarter. That's the plan, at least. Let's see. And everything's taking off. Bitcoin's taking off. Global bonds are dumping. Bitcoin is soaring. Kind of, sort of getting to the end game here, says Zero Hedge. That's interesting. Let's see. Did you guys see this? I didn't realize Trump was at this thing. He loves going to sporting events, but he was there with Chelsea winning the Gold Cup. Look at this. This team, I don't even know if these guys speak English. I have no idea what the hell he's saying. But this team is celebrating. Trump is just right there hanging out with them. Look at that. Okay, hold on. I got to pause it here. But you got this whole team and then just the President of the United States just standing right there as they lift this thing up and celebrate. Oh, man. I love that we have a president that's into sports. You know? B-Max says you got to work. Hope everyone has a great Monday. You too, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. You too supporting. Have a good one, buddy. You're going to work today. Everyone's working today. It's weird. I don't have to go into work. I don't work until next Tuesday because this week counts as a work week for me at the conference. But I'm dreading it because I know there's going to be so much shit that happens this week when every time I'm gone, there's always stuff that happens. And then I got tons of shit on my desk when I get back that I got to take care of. You know? It's part of being the manager, I guess. I wonder, we should do an over-under how many phone calls I'm going to get this week about stuff going on at the pharmacy. What the heck? Photos of Conor McGregor out here with another woman? Interesting. Interesting. Have you guys ever seen this? This is making its rounds around too. It says you can have sex with one real person from all of human history. Who's your ultimate lay? Phil says, I'd like to have sex one more time with my wife who passed away from cancer 9 years ago. My body yearns for her. The ultimate downside of finding the one is she may die young and leave you wanting. This dude says, I choose this guy's dead wife. The internet is undefeated. The internet is undefeated. Oh, boy. Hit the like and follow. It improves work efficiency. That's right. That's right. It sure does. Sure does. Oh, that's a funny one that you retweeted, Leslie. That is a funny one. March, I miss football. April, I miss football. May, I miss football. June, I miss football. July, I miss football. August, I miss football. We are in the I miss football stage right now. And then September comes around, we finally get football, and then it's, how the fuck do you leave them wide open? Wide the fuck open? Fuck this shit. That is funny. That is funny. It's so true, though. It's funny because it's true. Let's see. What else do we have? What else do we have? Guess we could start talking about my Patriots. Let's see. Just skimming because I know if I don't, something will break. Some breaking news. So Chelsea wins. We talked about that. For those of you that care about Wimbledon, Sinner dethrones Alcaraz in a rematch at Wimbledon. There you have it. I know nothing about tennis, But there you have it. Cooper Flagg will not be playing. I hope none of you took Cooper Flagg to be the Summer League MVP because he was not expected to play that much. He played 2 games. He's done. Apparently, there was some good lady basketball yesterday in the WNBA between Caitlin Clark and Paige Buchers. That's all you need to know. We're not even going to look at it. That's all you need to know. That's right. That's right. All right, let's do. Oh, that's not it. Let's talk about my New England Patriots. Let me switch over to the premium. We're going to do these in premium hour. A couple of them will sprinkle in and out. So here's my plan with these. Plan with these is to make. So goodbye, YouTube. If you want to come over here, we're going to be covering all the NFL teams one by one, deep diving into what happened last year and what's going to happen. You know, let's look at some historic trends and data and see what they've done. Thanks to Warren Sharp's football preview, which you guys should all go get. Warren Sharp. Go check him out. Apparently, my book's not going to get here in time. I went on Amazon and like when I ordered it, it told me it was going to get here this week, and then it says it's still waiting approval. I'm guessing, you know, he has to. They must be shipping it from their location, and so hopefully I get that soon. But we got the PDF copy. You can get the PDF copy for $30. You can on Amazon get the hard copy for $61 right now. I was hoping to have it with me. No such thing as good lady basketball. That's fake news. Well, that's so true. That is so true. My bad. My bad. I was just reading the ESPN headline. It was lying to me. It was lying to me. But you can go get a copy of this. I downloaded a copy to my phone so I can read through this on the plane. Such a nerd. Such a nerd. But yeah, if you want to come watch these, what the plan is, we'll be doing these in the Rumble Premium section. And then I'm going to upload it to YouTube, but as members only. And then as you know, a week or two goes by, I'll slowly start releasing them to the public. But if you want to get it first, you got to come over to Rumble, give me a follow on Rumble, and then join Rumble Premium. Make sure you use my link on my page. If you're watching this video, you just click that little says join premium. Then you can come watch it live with us and interact. It's good times. But goodbye, YouTube.